Hi, my name is Drew Hogan with Cabinets in Stock, and I'm going to help you learn how to assemble a wall cabinet for your new kitchen. So the first thing that you need to do is to open up your box. The best way to do that is to flip it over, face down, and cut the tape off with a box cutter or any standard knife on all four sides so that you can get to the real meat of the package. This is trash, you won't need this. So you can just toss that off to the side. Next, you need to identify all your parts, and hopefully they're in bags and don't come open like that one did. You can set the bags off to the side. You will need them later, but for now, you don't. You can set the shelves to the side as well. What we're going to be looking for in particular is the frame and the door, which should come as a set. Make sure you have all of your pieces at the ready whenever you do need them. And you can go ahead and get rid of most of this protective wrapping. So I've located the door and I've located the frame, and they're attached as a set, and you can see that right here. What you need to do is remove the frame from the set. Try to keep the door in some sort of packaging. This came a little bit more torn than most, so I'm just going to leave it out of the packaging and just set it to the side for later. So what I'm left with is my frame for the cabinet, and you can tell that it's the frame because it's with the door, and you should know what a frame looks like. So you can set that on a cleared off, hopefully carpeted surface, but you can make do with whatever you have. Just be careful with the cabinet and don't set it on any screws or anything. After you have located the frame and separated it from the door and placed it on a soft and cleared surface, you can go ahead and look for the dovetailed side panels. And what I mean by dovetailed is it's got a little groove right here so that it'll slide into the cabinet. And your next step is going to be to slide that dovetail right into the cabinet. The taller the cabinet, the more you might have to push, and you can tell which side to slide it in because these grooves go all the way across the cabinet, as opposed to the slits that only go partially through. So once you have the first side in, it should stay in, depending on your cabinet line. The cabinet line we use at Cabinets in Stock, they will stay in because they do have the dovetail, but not every line of cabinet has that dovetail. Make sure that your painted side of the cabinet is faced outwards while the wood grain side is faced inwards. After you have your side panels in, the next step is to find the top and the bottom panels. It's going to be painted on one side and it's going to be wood grain on the other side. Both of these panels are identical, so it does not matter which side you put which in. I've already installed the top panel or bottom panel because they are identical, but I'm going to show you how to do this one. There's a little hangover right here that you can see on this, and you just have to make sure that this hangover aligns perfectly with the grooves in the frame. So you can just slide it in like this, and usually they go in pretty well, especially for these smaller cabinets. But for the wider ones, you may have to struggle to get a bowed piece in there. Once you have the panel in, you can go to your bags that came with your cabinet, and you need to locate the bag that comes with the shelf clips, the metal clips, the metal fasteners, and the screws. You can unload this bag and you can find 3 of these metal clips. They look like this, and you can set the rest of it over for later. Here at Cabinets in Stock, we prefer to use 1/2 inch Worth screws, which look like this. But these screws that come in the packaging are very similar. You can use those as well. We just prefer the Worth screws. So once you have these 3 clips, and you're going to need 12 1/2 inch screws, you're going to need to put one here, and one here. Really, all that is necessary is 2 screws, one in that side and one in this side right here. And when you do this, make sure that you apply some pressure to the top right here where my right hand is. But at Cabinets in Stock, we prefer to do all 4 screws just to maximize structural integrity for the cabinet. And it's always best to, when you're putting in your first 2 screws, to hold the adjoining 2 pieces together. So with my left hand, I am pulling this left side piece into the cabinet. It's most important on your second screw because that's the one that actually adjoins the two panels. So I'm pulling the left side to the top panel. After the second screw, it should stay in place, at least long enough for you to get the rest of the screws in, because there's not going to be the stress of spices and whatever you want to put in your cabinets. This is the last one I have to do. As always, hold these pieces together. And you can see I've done the exact same thing on the other side.